What's up, music lovers? As you all know, on the 1st of November last year, news of the death of one of our favorite stars, a talented member of one of the greatest rap trios in history, spread across the world like wildfire. The music world was shaken to its core. Fans were devastated and people were seeking answers. Soon after, more and more details came out, telling us how and where it happened. However, there are still a lot of mysteries and unknowns surrounding what happened that night.
Rapper Takeoff, best known for being a member of the Grammy Award-winning group Migos, has died.
Is coming forward with new surveillance video from the night Takeoff died.
The way we heard this initially was that Takeoff got involved in this argument.
The man charged in the murder of Migos rapper Takeoff is due in court tomorrow. Authorities say he was seen on camera firing a gun with one hand.
The mainstream media wants us to believe he was just collateral damage from a late-night brawl. But what if they are wrong? What if the rapper or both rappers were victims of a targeted crime by the most unsuspecting character? Keep watching as we expose this character. On the first day of November 2022, shootings were reported at a party in Houston, Texas. On arriving at the scene, the cops came upon a man who had been shot twice, once in the head and once in the neck. This man happened to be the rapper we all know and love, Takeoff.
Coachella. If she Nutella, she probably do better, but can I get an E for effort?
Several investigations went down, and the cops, as well as several news outlets, concluded that he was shot as a result of a fight, a dispute that escalated during a dice game at the party. Witnesses reported that the fight started with Takeoff's uncle and Migos bandmate Quavo. They said Takeoff was not directly involved in the fight, but was, in fact, collateral damage. Let's take a step back for a bit. From the police audience reports, we can say the events surrounding his death are true, but it can't be mere coincidence that one of the two most high-profile individuals at the party was shot as collateral damage. As a matter of fact, some rumors say that he was killed by friendly fire. It almost looks like a massive cover-up by someone on the inside. Who's that someone, you ask? Turn your lights to the one member of the trio we haven't talked about, the one who wasn't there. Yes, Offset. Now I know what you are thinking. There is no way Offset would do that to his day one partner. There is no way he would do that to his cousin. But let's focus on what might have really happened. As you may know, the trio has a very long and deep history that goes way beyond the establishment of Migos 15 years ago. We already mentioned that Quavo is Takeoff's uncle, but where does that leave Offset? Offset is said to be Quavo's cousin, who grew up with both him and Takeoff. But recently, Offset denied being related to the two in any way, which means he is a lot more distant than we think. They may have grown up together, but Offset was always the odd one in the group. While Offset and Quavo started the band together, the two of them had their ups and downs. From being best friends in high school to making one of music's most successful groups to Offset being occasionally separated from the band. Not only did Offset go to prison in 2015, he also got married to Cardi in 2017. He began to move different. He was a married man with children, and he was acting the part. It didn't stop him from doing his job, though. A year later, Offset and the gang dropped their first Grammy-nominated project, Culture 2, which had the hit song Bad and Bougie.
Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up dope in the crock pot.
The man still had a lot to give, and he gave his all to the rap game. However, years went by, and Offset decided to dedicate more time to being a loving father and husband. A respectable decision, actually, but not without repercussions. The band began to move solo, with each of them pursuing their individual careers. They were like three eagles who set out to conquer the world, making hit after hit after hit. Some might even prefer them singing solo. Let us know in the comments who among the three is your favorite and which of their songs you like the best so everyone can go listen. Okay, back to the video. With Offset taking time to be a husband and a father, the other pieces of the trifecta started pursuing their individual careers, and they were doing very good, especially Quavo. But here's where it gets more interesting. As of last year, after the release of Culture 3 in 2021, Quavo wanted the band back together, but didn't really let Offset in on the plan. Instead, he went ahead to make a duo album titled Only Built for Infinity Links, with just himself and Takeoff. And as you would expect, Offset was not having it. This ended up causing a beef that wouldn't be resolved right up to the point where Takeoff got shot at that party. Offset was especially mad at Quavo because he most likely called the shots. He is Takeoff's uncle, and he was most likely the one who convinced Takeoff to create the album without Offset. It was just one sly move after another. Explain himself. After all, it would make sense for a father of five to stay away from an overnight because it serves as a respectable example. However, There is a good chance that he avoided the party because he knew what was about to go down. Responding to his beef with Quavo, Offset must have tipped off some of his guys in their security detail to go guns blazing in the event of a fight breaking out at the party. When you have a good game, good bets, and good liquor, a fight should be the easiest thing to predict. People are drunk, money is being made and lost, and someone is cheating and lying through their teeth. You have the perfect recipe for a brawl. A gunfight, however, is a different story. What are the chances of an all-out war breaking out because someone was caught cheating at dice? It becomes more interesting when you find out that one of Quavo's men was the one who started the shooting. He initiated the chaos so they could use it as a distraction to assassinate Quavo. A simple but effective plan. Or so they thought. It all went south when Takeoff was caught in the crossfire and shot to death. The assassin must have changed plans as the rapper's death brought everyone's attention back to reality. Quavo's men probably realized they messed up and tightened security around him, making the assassin give up his ambition before the others would see him shoot at the biggest personality in the room. The cops later arrived at the scene, and then what was meant to be a cover-up for Quavo's assassination became the truth of Takeoff's accident. The music world was shaken to its core, and the trifecta was done. Offset denies having any beef with Quavo, but rumors do have it that both rappers never came to an agreement ever since the duo's album was released last year. Tell us in the comments your thoughts. Was this an inside job or a tragic accident? This means that Offset and Quavo may never settle their disagreements. Or worse, there might be another assassination attempt from either side in the future. But one thing is for sure. Rest in peace, Rocketman. Please make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next one.